Hey guys, I remember I got that book on Waterloo, and when I was looking for that book, I found some other books on there, so they were real cheap. I picked this one up for $5, and I picked these up for $10 each, different sellers. So this is Arms and Uniforms and Napoleonic Wars, Part 1 by Liliane and Fred Funcken. And $9.95 off of Amazon. This is Arms and Uniforms Napoleonic Wars Part 2 by Liliane and Fred Funcken. Again, $9.95. Pretty cool. And this is a neat one. Picked this one up for $5. It's French Napoleonic Artillery by Michael Head, and it's a comprehensive guide to Napoleon's artillery arm, which details the Gabriel system of guns and ordnance, plus supply, support, ambulance wagons, and organization of the various artillery branches. Full details of the uniforms are illustrated with 8 color plates and numerous line drawings, providing an immensely detailed reference work for modelers and military enthusiasts. So we're going to take a look at this stuff and see what it has to offer. As you can see, I was messing around with some of my 1/72nd scale stuff here. So let me start this by seeing if I can set this up. So this book here. Okay. So what we're looking at is this. Now this is pretty cool. French Napoleonic Artillery by Michael Head, Allmark Publishing Company, London. Okay. Introduction. This publication presents in one volume a comprehensive account of the French artillery forces of the First Empire period. It illustrates and describes the guns and auxiliary transport equipment as well as the artillery arms and uniforms of the campaigns which culminated in the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. French uniforms and dress regulations of the Napoleonic era were immensely complex, and the artillery no less than in any other arm. To make best possible use of the color pages, therefore, individual garments and items are shown in color plates, while line drawings are provided to illustrate the appearance of the uniforms of the wearer. The book covers the years from 1804 to 1815, and all changes in uniform detail are recorded. Where possible, descriptions of the uniform in the text are key to the appropriate color illustration or drawing. Thus, it is possible to find the drawing quickly from the plate and reference letter. All the drawings of guns or transport vehicles are reproduced to the 1/30th scale, specifically for the modeler working with the standard 54-55 millimeter size miniature soldiers and figures. As few relics of the guns and equipment survive, pictures of accurate high-quality models are used in this book to give a vivid impression of what the actual equipment and men look like. Sincere thanks due to Lynn Sengester of Hysterex Agents for his continued encouragement and assistance with the research for this book. The photographs shown, Hysterex models, some by courtesy of Mr. Sangster. Thanks are also due to Frank Hincliffe of Hincliffe Models for the information and unusual ambulances shown in this book. A.H. Bowling kindly loaned prints from his collection to add to the illustrations. Lastly, the author must thank his wife, whose help in typing the draft. The manuscript was invaluable. Okay, so here we have the essential simplicity of French Gabriel system is shown in these views of standard 8-pounder field gun, limbered up and ready to move off. In this instance, the gun is in the forward firing trunnion position, indicating perhaps a short move. For long marches, the barrel was lifted back to the rear trunnion, which is just visible through the wheel spokes. This is a gun of the line artillery, and a drummer and gunner of this corps are seen in the background in the upper picture. Okay. A group of young guard gunners forming the crew of an 8-pounder positioned in accordance with the drill book. So there you go, there's the drill book, and then they are positioned there. Below, an 8-pounder gun of the Gabriel system, showing limber and pintle and ammunition chest. At right, the basics of the Gabriel system, plan and side view of the 8-pounder. So I'm assuming like this. And that's at 130 scale. Then we have that there. Rammer, sponge for the 12-pounder, rammer and sponge for the 8-pounder, lint stalks and primer pins, crooked handle sponge, and rammer. And at right, 8-pounder, gun limbered up, note stowage of the ammunition chest, and how the barrel rests at the rear of the traveling trunnion. And then you have the 12-pounder barrel, 8-pounder barrel, 4-pounder barrel, 6-inch howitzer, and 8-inch howitzer. Ammunition caisson hauled by a 6 full horse team of trained artillery of the line, and 2 contemporary engravings of the ammunition caissons. Oh, that's the ambulance. 1st Division ambulance. Huh. Guard Imperial ambulance. Relief caissons. Horse gear. Organization of the artillery units. Detail of ammunition caisson, drawn by artillery train of the line. Close view of horses and harnesses. We have artillery uniforms. Gunner in summer dress, without police. A gunner, 2 in der campagne. 3 is Marechal des Loges Chef, Sergeant Major. And he's in a riding coat. This coat was plain blue and with brass buttons. Let's see, 4 is a gunner, and 5 is a corporal right here, in full dress, police and savate. Artillery Chevalier de la Garde, officer in tenure de campagne, 1806-07, officer mounted in full dress, and gunner in a gray coat. And we have sidearms used by the artillery with the sabre braquet, shoulder belt, sabre braquet, and scabbard. The early type of artillery sabre and scabbard, and bayonet and scabbard. Then we have detailed view of the arrangement of horse harness, furniture, both of the line and the guard. And then we have badges of rank here. And then we got some color plates. Horse artillery of the guard. Artillery Chevalier de line. So that's horse artillery of the line there. And we got some detail of foot artillery. Some pretty good color plates here. Horse artillery of the guard and line. Or I should say horse artillery of the guard and line. Yeah, I just said that. All right, then we got foot artillery of the guard and line. That's pretty neat. This is foot artillery of the guard and line. Artillery train of the guard. Artillery de Chevalier de line, so horse artillery of the line. I just blew by that, right? Artillery train of the line, equipment train. And we have foot artillery of the guard. Oh wow, look at this. Look at that. That is artillery saddles and saddle cloths. Wow, that's pretty neat. You don't really get to see that too often, huh? And then we have foot artillery, cannoneer, officer, musician, and musician in the 9th Regiment. more driver, the driver, soldier, driver, soldier, and no covered, another shoulder. Oh, what they call, so that, I'm assuming soldier. Artillery train right there. Weapons, sabers carried by the artillery. So this saber is carried by the the foot artillery, cavalry. Let's see. Oh, it's a B and C. Okay. D is later type of saber. E is carried by musicians and officers, and the epi, that's the epi, the E. Clasp of officers is the F over here, and G is of the ranks. H is a common type pistol carried by the officers. I is artillery musket, and the K right here is Hungarian sword belt showing position of sword and sabre straps, detail of the officer's belt. And look at this here, you get some models here. Close view of soldiers of a train. There's the equipment train with a 4-horse team, fully harnessed. Compare pictures with harnesses, details drawn on page 22. More equipment, troopers, and these are different pouches, pouch flaps, and insignias. Boots, equipment basically. And then you get the appendix, ranks, what the ranks equal, glossary of terms. So that's pretty cool. That is pretty neat. And this was $5. So that not too bad of a bad buy. $5. And UK price was looks like a pound and I don't know what 40 is, 40 pence maybe. So 28 shillings. Hey. So it comes out of Allmark Publications by Michael Head and French Napoleonic Artillery. Pretty neat. Okay. So what do we got next? We have uniforms. So what I'm going to do is I am going to try to take you off of this thing here. Okay. Take you off the stand. And so I keep seeing all you guys as 1/72 stuff, so I just got nostalgic and I just had to go out and grab all my stuff and just go through it. Alright, so this is Arms and Uniforms, Part 1 of the Napoleonic Wars. And this is loaded with color plates as well. The French Army Napoleon Staff. Drum majors. The infantry. This is another cool book for $10. This was a bargain too. It's pretty cool. And what I did was I was searching for that Waterloo book, and I just fell on top of these things, and I said, "Wow!" And I took a gamble, guys, because it didn't show the inside of the book. So I said, "Why not?" Well, $10, $20. So I spent $25 altogether on these 3 books. These are dragoons, Chasseurs de Cheval. Chasseurs de Cheval Partout. Then we have the Chevaliers, Lanciers, so the line lancers. Don't go too fast there. Here we go. Gendarmerie, the cops. The Hussars. That's pretty neat, huh? Look at that. And get you into maybe some brighter, maybe. There we go. Got all the regiments, all their colors. The pelisse, braid and lace, dolman, collar, facings. Pretty neat. Artillery. Look at that. That's awesome. The canon. Ambulance, medical services. Engineers and bridges. Weapons. Oops. Military schools. Eagles and standards. Mounted bands. The British Army, general officers and infantry.